Title: Silence Behind Locked Doors. The bell rang to signal the end of class, the hallways slowly emptied, and sunlight fractured through the school windows, casting golden lines on the floor. Lara stood in front of Professor Adrian's office door. Her heart was pounding too fast, as if it knew that what awaited on the other side was not just an ordinary conversation. She knocked softly. The door opened. "Come in," a voice said, deep and calm, but vibrating with a hint of tension. The room was dim, stuffy with books, papers, and something else, something nameless but thick in the air. It smelled of paper, leather, and him. He was turned away, but when he turned around, Lara felt her body tense automatically. Black hair, thick and glossy, fell across his forehead like night. His gaze was hard, but there was a fire burning within it. "You forgot your book," he said, handing it to her. She stepped closer slowly. Their fingers brushed as she took the book, a brief, quiet touch. But enough to send something electric, or wild, through her. "Anything else?" he asked, not moving his hand. "I don't know," she whispered. "But I don't want to leave yet." He closed the door behind her. The lock clicked like a signal. They stood facing each other, the space between them taut like a string. Her eyes didn't look away. He reached out, touched her cheek. Her skin was soft, scented like raspberries. "You're trembling," he whispered. "Because of you," she barely breathed back. His hand slid down her neck, carefully, as if studying the texture of her breath. Beneath his fingers he felt warmth, a pulse. Her body was close enough to feel but not close enough to touch. The tension grew maddening. Their lips were near. First, hers brushed his jawline, hesitant but hungry. He responded slowly, the pressure of his lips firm but controlled. As if showing her the limit, knowing exactly how far he could go, and how long he could wait. His hand was now on her back, sliding lower, tracing the curves he felt through the thin fabric. Lara rested her forehead against his shoulder, her breathing quickened, her chest rising, and her breasts, hidden but restless, pressed against his chest. Soft and firm, a collision of contrasts that ignited everything. She tugged his shirt, pulling him closer. Her lips sought his, now without restraint. No words. Only sighs, soft sounds, and fingers no longer still. His palms circled beneath her ribs, stopping just below. The warmth of her skin under his hand made him vulnerable. Almost weak. His breath was deep, warm, landing on her neck like a promise. Lara shivered, not from cold, but anticipation. "You are," he started, then stopped. Because no word was enough. She closed her eyes, leaned fully into him. She felt the firmness of his body while hers was like a wave, soft, yielding, yet strong in feeling. His hands rested on her hips. He wasn't holding her or forcing her. He was simply there. And that was enough to weaken her knees. He kissed her beneath her ear, then just behind it. The place where sensation turns to weakness. She ran her fingers through his hair, sinking into that night-like darkness. "I can't look at you without wanting you," she whispered. He sat on the edge of the desk, she stood between his legs. Her hands were on his thighs, his on her back. They kissed without hurry, but with such intensity that everything else disappeared. Walls, time, rules. They breathed onto each other's lips. Neither moved. Only breath, only trembling. Their gazes full of meaning, but words unnecessary. She touched his face slowly. "Something has changed," she said. "No. We just don't hide anymore." Title: Sense of the Night. After the classroom door closed behind them, Lara silently walked toward the parking lot. The rain had stopped, but the air was thick, humid, charged with electricity. Adrian was leaning against a car, hands in his pockets, eyes fixed on her. When she approached, he opened the door for her and sat behind the wheel without a word. The drive was quiet. The tension between them, still untouched, but so present it could be felt. Her fingers rested on her lap, and he glanced at them, then slowly, deliberately, placed his hand over hers. His palm was warm, moist, slightly sweaty from the inner fire he could no longer hide. There were no signals, no questions. His hand moved slowly up her arm, then to her shoulder, down her back. Every move was careful but charged with passion. When they stopped in front of his house, they both knew, nothing would ever be the same. They entered quickly, barely hearing their footsteps. The door slammed behind them, and she pulled him by the shirt toward herself. Their lips collided in an explosion. Her hand slid down his chest. Soon, his shirt was unbuttoned, his skin hot, sweaty, smelling of masculinity and desire. Mixed with the faint scent of coconut Lara wore on her neck, a perfect blend of warmth and sweetness. They passed through the hallway as if in a dream, wandering straight into the kitchen. Adrian sat on the edge of the table, pulling her close. Her body was already wet, but not from rain, rather from the inner burning that could no longer be hidden. His touch was everywhere, on her hips, neck, back. His lips found every inch of her fragrant skin, now warm and moist under his palms. The tiled wall she leaned against was cold, but her skin, her body, was pure fire. His breath was heavy, deep, and her lips sought him without hesitation. In that kitchen, in the dim light, on the table where coffee cups bore traces, a silent explosion happened. Their bodies were one, all boundaries erased. Hands wandered. Skin on skin, soft, moist, sweet with excitement and sweat. The scent of chocolate from her hair mingled with coconut and something animalistic, pure, raw instinct. They breathed on each other's lips, trembling as they searched for the perfect rhythm, movement, connection. And they found it. The climax was like a wave, strong, inevitable, all-encompassing. Together they stood in silence, still joined, leaning on each other. Her head rested on his shoulder, fingers gently slid down his spine. He held her as if holding something fragile and precious. Sweat trickled down their backs, breath slowly calming, and the heart still didn't know if it was dreaming.